Hi, my name is Matthew Parker. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about what I have been referring to as 21st century puppeteering. The first thing I'd like to do is talk to you a little bit about what the 21st century puppeteering is. It is this: using avatars to communicate with small groups of children, children individually, or classrooms of children. And that's what I've been doing. Now I'm going to tell you the components or the things that you need in order to have this 21st century puppeteering in your classroom or office or therapy sessions or whatever venue and have intentions of using it. The first thing that you're going to need are two computers with high-speed internet. Once you have those computers with high-speed internet, you're going to want to download Skype onto your computers. It's a really simple program to download on your computer. I haven't had any problem or have read any problems with viruses associated with Skype. It's a free download off the internet. It's increasingly popular. You hear, well, the first time I heard about it was from Oprah using it. Not that I'm an Oprah watcher, I'll have you know, but I know that that's a program that she uses Skype a lot to have people that she interviews on her show. So back to the things you need. Two computers with high-speed internet access, two Skype downloads on both computers, and the next thing that you're going to need is the web camera. The web cameras that I've been using this year are the Logitech Pro 9000. The one I'm currently using right now is the Logitech Pro 9100. It's the upgraded version, and you're going to need two of those. And the reason that I'm encouraging the Logitech cameras is the fact that they provide you with a software that you just install it onto your computer like you would any CD-ROM software, and then with that it allows you to be different avatars. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that just real quick. I'm going to pull up who I call Mr. Sharky. Someone else might have other names. And how this works is there's a button that says calibrate, and I'm going to calibrate it, and it's going to track my my nose and my mouth and my lips, just like that. Now, the way I'm sitting here on the couch, it's not real conducive for calibrating, but as you can see, I'm talking and the shark is moving its mouth. I smile and it opens its mouth. And something that you might want to encourage is to think about different voices that you can do with these different avatars to not let the kids on to that it's you. And I will demonstrate Mr. Sharky's voice for you.
Hello, kids. I'm Mr. Sharky. How are you guys doing today?
Now, and that's just a real simple avatar that's incredibly easy to use. Now I'm just going to shut the avatar down, I think. Yep, just like that. And now it's back to me. So those avatars is what I've been referring to as the 21st century puppeteering. And as I had stated earlier, the engagement that you get out of these kids is incredible. One of the other components that we have at the Verndale School that has allowed the 21st century puppeteering to go to another level is we have the interactive whiteboards, which, in case you don't know, they're probably, I don't know the exact dimensions, they're probably like close to 5 feet long and maybe 4 feet high, something like that, with a projector, and that image will be projected up onto the board. And in case you haven't figured out the schematics of this yet, I position the web camera in the classroom that I'm Skyping in a position that allows me to oversee the class or the group of kids. And then I go to an office. It's actually the one I use is in the library most often. It's a quiet place that I'm not going to have a lot of interruptions. You don't want to be in the middle of a Skype session where the kids think they're talking to a shark and have a coworker come in and say, "Hey, how's it going?" If you can avoid that, you're going to be better off. Um, so then that's about it, really. You set a preset time with the classroom or with the the adults basically that are going to be bringing the children down to your room, or you have to coordinate that part is what I'm trying to get at. You have to tell the person when you're going to be Skyping them, and then you complete the Skype phone call with the strategically placed webcam, and I've had a lot of success. I've controlled up to 40 kindergarten students from my classroom via Skype with all the adults and paraprofessionals, aides off to the side, and just from the shark being up on the interactive whiteboard, talking to them, addressing them, calling them by name, telling them to do certain things, and if they don't do it right, you can correct those behaviors. The kids, they buy it, they love it. Um, so I kind of got off topic there, but the components that you need, again, just to review that, you need computers with high-speed internet, Skype downloaded onto your computer, web cameras, and then you're also going to want a set of speakers that's of higher quality because you want to be able to hear what's going on. You want to give that, the best effect with the sound as you possibly can. The visual is definitely going to be there. A good set of speakers will give you the audio input that will just take it and further enhance the experience. And then, like I said, the interactive whiteboards, they're not a must, but I tell you what, they are a great tool that allows the 21st century puppeteering to be even more engaging, because you can engage a whole classroom. If it's just one computer screen, you don't want 40 kids trying to huddle around a computer. If you're talking 1, 2, maybe even 3 kids, it's fine if they cram around a computer, but with the interactive whiteboards, it's a real treat to complete that 21st century puppeteering with that. Now, some of the target population, that might be a question you're asking yourself. I have had the most success where these kids, they see the avatar come on the screen and it's just magical to them. You can see it in their eyes that, it's like the Santa Claus effect, like Santa Claus is here. It reminds me of when I was a child. I grew up in Brainerd, Minnesota, and we had Paul Bunyan Land. And at Paul Bunyan Land, when you paid your admission, your parents would tell the workers your name and where you're from, and then you'd walk into the amusement center, and this gigantic Paul Bunyan would say, "Oh, hello, Matthew Parker from Brainerd, Minnesota. It's nice to see you." And I vividly recall that as a little kid, just being amazed on how this giant Paul Bunyan knew my name and where I was from. But with this 21st century puppeteering, it is the exact same concept for these kids. All the way up until about first grade is the age ranges that I've toyed with this the most. I've used the 21st century puppeteering avatar material with up to third grade, and they're totally engaged by it. And probably because it's a novel experience for them, it's something that's way out of the norm that they're used to experiencing. So I would say that the target age range is definitely 3 years of age up to about 7, 8, maybe even 9 years of age, and you're going to have them where they're more than likely going to believe that it's actually a shark talking to them, especially the 3, 4, 5, your pre-K through kindergarten. They're more than likely going to be thinking that it's Mr. Sharky talking to them. So, and it's powerful. It's incredibly powerful. I keep going back to that, but like I said, I've been doing it, for 4 months now, probably about, 4 or 5 times a week. So I've had my share of it, and I've seen the power of it. Some of the reasons why I think that the 21st century puppeteering is so engaging is because, as I just said, it's a novel experience. Kids aren't used to having a bear talking to them by name, calling them by name, and that's the key part. It's a personal interaction with a cartoon character, avatar, whatever you want to call it, addressing them. So it's really, really super engaging to those kids. And the other reason why I think it works is because it's such a total break of a rule. Most kids are rule-bound thinkers as far as teachers in front of their classroom, we listen. They're very rule-bound. And all of a sudden you have a cat addressing them by name. That's a total breakage of the rules. That's not supposed to happen. And it piques their curiosity. How is this happening? Why is this happening? What are they trying to tell me? and you see their on-task engagement just go through the roof. I've documented that on several occasions now with some students that are on IEPs for behavior issues, and their engagement is totally increased compared to teacher being in front of the classroom lecturing versus avatar on the interactive whiteboard lecturing to them. The engagement is totally different. It's significantly different on the odd task behaviors. And the main point that I guess if I could get through to anybody that's listening to this tonight is the fact that it's so easy to do. It's not hard to set up. Like I said, Skype's a free download. You get 60 bucks into one web camera. So if you have to buy 2 webcams, you know, at most you're looking at maybe 120 bucks. And with that, you're pretty much set to start this 21st century puppeteering. And you will see a difference in your children's behavior. It's amazing, and I hope that you have an opportunity to try it. All right.